This is my city without services. It has 20,000 inhabitants. It is not too big yet. We only have medium density housing. My goal is to get it to 40,000 inhabitants, so double of what we have. And for that, we need to get the only costs that we're actually allowed to spend. To expand a lot, which is tile upkeep, is the only running cost we have, since we have no services. And we're going to expand like crazy. First of all, we're going to expand industry by 2 tiles. Next, we're going to increase density in this area right here, 2 more tiles. And we're going to expand the higher density area with an additional tile. I want to add some probably forestry area industry right here somewhere. This will give us 80,000 per month in upkeep, cost 350,000. Let's get it. This is our current financials, but they are only this negative because, well, residential taxes are 0. Also, I wonder why we are not getting really any offices. I might decrease the office taxation as well for now. If we run out of money, sure, we will increase the taxes again, but until then, I want people to move in fast. And for that, they need more housing space. So let's get that in. The easiest way I know how is on a flat surface. So I am going to flatten this entire area that we just bought. Get it done. Good thing is it costs 0 money, not like in City Skylines 1. It's really easy to do, just like this. I'm actually going to do it a bit different since I want forestry industry here. Maybe like this. Get the area covered up, nice and easy. And I think that they actually work more efficient if you plant trees here. Oh, you can't after building this, but that's fine. Maybe there will be even more forestry area. I'm not sure if it will actually create big profits, but for now we need another large grid to fill, just like this. Connect them up with what we have here in the existing form. This is a good place for a roundabout. Nice. And connect it up on that side. Just has 3 connections. It's not the best, but it doesn't have to be the best. Then let's get in a gravel road for the forestry area. And why not create more forestry area? I mean, it cannot have any disadvantages, and we will have with that basically 1 tile full of forestry area. I'm not sure if that actually creates profits or not. I think we can't even really use it well because we don't have any good functioning industry in our city, but we can only try. This is 1 tile of forestry area. I think this adds, a ton of production, a few hundred tons, I think. I'm not too sure. And then let's get in maybe some low rent housing here and surround it with medium density, just like that. Speed up the timer, and then we hope that people move in. And good thing right now, office demand is growing again, probably because we decreased the taxes. But once we have them, they pay a ton of taxes. So we just get more offices and then we raise the taxes. Stonks, that's how we get money. And now we're producing just 1.6 tons. I don't think it's much. I wonder why it's not that much, but I guess it's fine. Some people are settling in. Let's additionally create even more office space, as well as more commercial area. People want to buy stuff, so come here and buy some stuff. And I guess since we have a lot of demand for it, some low density as well. We just got a custom building. Let's look at it in a second. Maybe some low density. Let's take a look. It is an office. Yeah, let's get it in. It looks nice and it gives well-being plus crime rate and office efficiency. Our people are really well, I guess, so they will probably be happy about this. And I just saw we have another custom building that we can get down, which is a commercial building, one-stop station. Get it in. Custom buildings are always great. Our cities continue to grow, perfectly fine. So for now, let's move over to the industry. Here we follow a very similar strategy. Get the level terrain tool and make the ocean buildable land. This works really, really well. And we just get a ton of flat area that we can use to build, let's call it non-polluting industry. Of course, they don't pollute. We just have the best industry here. Yeah, trust. So build another grid. Nope, I wanted a grid. Get rid of this. A grid like this. Connect up the streets. I wonder if we should have used cheaper streets. I think the ones we're using are costing a bit of money. Like probably still not crazy amounts, but could be better. Then we just, wait, not like this. Zone everything. Bam. And we have a bunch more industry. If people want to go to industry, and we're getting way more office demand. So why not get these offices in? And in just a second, we are going to raise taxes on them. We can even zone these border areas with offices. They really demand a lot of space. That's perfect. Let's look at some of these offices. They work at 3% efficiency because they also can't find employees. So probably office isn't the best strat to do because they require the educated employees and they just work at 3% efficiency. Whereas if we look at some of the industry buildings, oh well, they work at 2%. They used to work at like 10%. Yeah, everything works at 2 or 3%. This one at 4%. So like this entire city is like working at 2% efficiency. So it works the same amount as like usually like a few buildings would. Kind of funny. And like every once in a while we're getting demand for new things. I'm actually going to increase the taxation for offices a bit after we build the next batch of offices. Put them right here in the center. They're getting filled in and people are just continuously moving in. Very slow, but they are moving in. I wonder what would happen if you build a city with services and then you destroy all the services, but also destroy all the roads so people can't leave. Would they just continue paying the taxes? Not sure, but I'm sure that I'm going to increase office taxes now. 5%, 6%, 8%. We still have a bit of demand left, but let's put it back up to 10 because they're not offering that many jobs that I think they would because of the employment issue. So this office has 15 people that it employs, and this industry building, well, they also just employ not that many. This has 19. So actually it isn't really a difference. So then we just continue with how we did it. Somehow these people really want to shop a lot. So commercial area is what we give them. Get in here, commercial, them in. And for some reason, there's not really much more industry moving in. Maybe a few subsidies can help. Or it's because the office taxes are so low and everyone wants to get into offices. I am not so sure about it, but we can just add offices here as well. Why not? We have the space. Maybe even zone a few more tiles, just like that. We have a bunch of zoned industry now, a bunch of zoned housing, not so much offices. So let's drop in more zoning space for offices, or I mean commercial, maybe even some here. And now let's fast forward a bit and see what demand comes next. After a good while now, we have low density demand and our population appears to be shrinking, which is not good. Money is still going down as it used to. That's fine, no problem. 21,600. I'm not sure if it's actually shrinking. It's going up, it's going down, but it's not going below like the 600 mark. So it might actually not be shrinking. I quickly want to do one thing, which is drawing districts to see in like my different parts of the city how many like people there are. Like here, 15,000 people live here of my 20,000, and 10,000 could work here. So this is basically my city, and all this low density stuff here, let's get it all zoned up. In all this low density stuff, 10,000 people live here and 15,000 people live here. Maybe something is zoned double. And then we have like this industry area. It of course has 0 households and 4,000 people work here. The same amount as people work here. Very interesting. And yeah, population is going up. This is therefore not a problem, but it really shows how inefficient the low density is. I mean, 10,000 is not too bad, but like in this giant area. So probably the low density I'm now going to build will be the last low density in the city, but I want to get it into hopefully increase the amount of population we have. It's just growing very, very, very slowly. Now for zoning, Nope, not commercial, but residential. Maybe even the waterfront housing, because why not? Maybe they pay more taxes, I don't know. Probably not. Get it in. Maybe some more commercial and fill it all up with houses. These people are moving in. Now we can delete the power lines and expand it like this. And just like that, we have a good amount of new area to zone, and it will be continued with the low density housing. Get it all in. So now people should be moving back quite fast. And for some reason it's now really dark, probably because there's like, it's raining. But there's not even a cloud in front of the sun. So it's always like around 100, maximum 200 people per hour moving in. I am a tiny bit afraid about the money. We grew our city so far 10%, up to 22,000. So I'm going to increase back up the taxation just so I am not losing money. I'm currently making, well, I have 240,000 in expenses, so we also need to make that much in taxes, which we might not be making, apparently. Let's hope it's just a delay and it goes up anyway. Yes, okay. We're making, this jump was kind of funny. We're making a ton of money, so get it back down. I don't want to make crazy taxes. I just want things to grow and to make money at the same time. Maybe like this, 6% taxes, probably could even do 5. That still gives us a positive budget and we can just simulate forward with no problem. The reason I did it is I want to, and the city was just growing really fast for a second. I want to just simulate for a bit longer, but I'm afraid of just going bankrupt. Therefore, if I simulate while making profits, there is no fear of going bankrupt. Let's place the Cedar Park building, gives well-being, so maybe right here. We're getting a lot of additional commercial demand. Maybe put it here in the industrial area. Space is really a problem because everything is so low density. Profits are looking good. Let's simulate for a good more time. I'm just going to cut to when a lot of time has elapsed. 5 out of 5. I think they just like upgrade over time. These are the new ones. They're like level 1. My oldest buildings, these are these. Yeah, the low density ones don't upgrade that much. But the row housing, that's actually crazy. And it means I should just build more row housing. Let's get row housing in here. If it means people upgrade, can't be a bad thing. This took way longer than expected. Fast forward, we are at 30,000 inhabitants. It actually took like about 2 hours and you can see not much changed. We have a few high density buildings built now that are very, very, very slowly filling up. We still have the same growth rate and I think that the growth rate actually never changes. I mean, we've been growing pretty much constant for the entire time, no matter if we build more housing, no matter if we change taxes, it just stays the same. That's what I think so far. I know the goal was 40k, but it will probably take another 2 to 3 hours. I think next episode I'm going to build a village over here that has all the services, like a ruling class thing. Let me know if you want to see that, or if I should endure the pain to like 40, maybe 50,000. Hope to see you in the next one.